Okay, folks. So this is gonna be my first, what you call it, video blog. This is one of many. We're gonna talk jazz main stage. We're gonna talk Pigeon Island Sunday night. I went to Sunday night. I ain't gonna lie, it was a nice show right up until Mark Anthony. I don't understand why possibly you would want to bring this man down again, but that's later on. First and foremost, let me give kudos to the tourist board for the new arrangement or setup compared to jazz last year. A lot more logistical. Things had a better look, a better feel to it in terms of organization, in terms of placement of the stage and placement of the side stage, where the commissaries were in terms of people where you could get your food. Though I find it really strange that they only had two booths by the National Trust selling popcorn, cotton candy, and toys, and everything else was all the way on the other side of main stage. Don't understand it. If you weren't gonna have no food or anything being sold in there, why have the cotton candy and the toys right there and not elsewhere? Anyhow, it still worked out. The kids had their fun, got to get all the toys and all that kind of stuff. Now, all in all, it was a pretty decent jazz. I've heard different complaints, different opinions on what has transpired, all from Friday night. The opening of jazz, from which I heard the sound was terrible, deplorable. Again, too, we had so many St. Lucian acts who did their best to perform, did their thing. Kudos to you, enough props to you guys. But when it comes down to these Jamaican artists, when it comes down to these international or regional artists, which you seem to bring down and we think that they are better than us, that they perform better than us, you have an old school like Love and Dead, who came in, and I heard the show from where I live on the morn, yeah? And from what I was hearing, and I know these guys do that, they come down well, they come down hard, they come down proper. So hopefully that set precedence for the stage. From what I heard, HP and Hyper D mash up the crowd, rile up the crowd, get the crowd hot for Gully God. All right, respect, good. And then Mavado comes on and proceeds to butcher all of his songs, sing how he wants to sing, and then leaves the stage. Butcher all of his songs in terms of singing a couple of lines in one song, the next one, a couple of lines in the next one. Like he is a DJ mixing music like the rest of these DJs, jumping from one song to another without, consideration for your fans who want to sing verse for verse. You see, now, this again, this changes, this shows the perception of true performers and entertainer versus these fly by night artists, that studio performers, I call them. Today, brother man, today, my people, I watch 60, 70, 60-year-old something, Air Supply, come on the stage, sing their hearts out to songs that the whole crowd was singing to and loving and grooving to and singing everything with a live band, singing everything. Okay? And then from that, you went side stage. We had our very own Dirty Williams, which I think should have been on main stage. I don't understand why. We had Barbara Cadet, who's on side stage, which should be main stage. I don't understand why. I mean, if you tell me you're only going to put two acts on Friday night, so why not put, you know what I mean? Jerry can hype up a crowd. Bob's can hype up a crowd. You never see Bob sing a Zaiwa. I mean, really and truly, when are we going to stop looking down at our Lucians? And Boo actually said this in an interview after the show. It's about time we start treating our Lucians with the respect they deserve, because they are that good. They are that damn good. And it's about time they stop getting slighted by the powers that be. And in order for the industry to move forward, our artists have to feel the love from their people. Okay? Not only just the people from the business entities, the private sector dudes, the people who will pay the bills. Okay? Y'all need to really stop forming the fool and really start taking for the country and stop complaining when the country's not going anywhere. It's like you only care about yourselves. Okay, so that's Barbara. That's Dare D. Jesse Lee also was amazing as well. My climax for the whole night, for the whole show today, Kool and the Gang. Oh man, and he still didn't sing fresh. There's still some tracks that he didn't sing, but nonetheless, that's what we're talking about. The crowd was singing. I was sweating. Maureen was there and she was recording. I know she was recording. I don't know what she got, but I was sweating, people. It was a good old get down, boogie down. You know what I mean? And that's what you want out of your artists. That's what you want out of your performers. People who can get the crowd to remember, resonate, and join with you in celebration of the accomplishment that's your amazing music. I mean, that's what they pay for. So, Kool and the Gang comes off. Okay? Barbara comes on. We're digging the vibe. Babs is turning up. They go on to say, don't worry, we got more solutions coming up on stage too. And then all of a sudden, Mark Anthony comes on. He comes out with all this hype and fanfare and saying, you sang to me. And then after that, it was, I needed a translator. I didn't know Spanish was our second language. Like really, I really didn't know Spanish was our second language. Because who exactly did y'all bring Mark Anthony for? You heard the crowd screaming, really and truly. By the time he got onto his third song, I looked at the crowd. I really looked at the crowd because I was all the way back. And I watched the crowd. And the hype that was there when Kool and the Gang was there was gone. I'm not saying people didn't enjoy themselves. Yet, the majority of the crowd started to leave with Mark Anthony on the show. I mean, really and truly, when y'all people who organize this event realize that it's time y'all start thinking about the people, putting on a wicked ass show, and from beginning to end, let it be hot, man. Like seriously, stop complaining and stop comparing, because that's the thing I find this country and individuals in power like to do a lot. You want to make comparisons to other metropolitan countries and what they do, yet you don't want to do what they do to ensure that things are being done properly. Right? So you're telling me now you're going to bring an individual to a country whose two main languages are English and Creole, basically French, but that he's singing Missy Spanish. Really? Only Spanish. Well, not only Spanish, but mostly Spanish, because I heard 4 songs and 3 were Spanish. Yeah, really, what's that all about? And you're telling me that's the headliner? Kool and the Gang could have headlined that, man. Kool and the Gang still had hits to sing in English. You know what I mean? Like, really and truly. Now, second and foremost, my people, my ocean people, you're going to come to an event such as this. Explain to me, what problem do you guys have with walking on the sidewalk out of the road? I'm coming out of main stage as we're driving out, and people are walking in the road leisurely. Like, oh no, we got nowhere going. I gotta tell y'all this. I've never seen a car on a gurney. And we as a people need to start understanding that if we want the country to be better, if we want the country to grow, if we want the country to progress, we have to do our part to make sure we help that along. Which means at any point in time, we cannot decide, I say, you know what, today I am doing that. That's the problem we have. Everybody decides what they want to do when they want to do it for themselves. Now, hey, to each their own, but that don't help the country, does it? Really and truly, does it help the country? Does it help the country when you decide you want to be a moron and strolling the road, and then a car behind you is honking his horn because it wants to drive, and you turn around and you want to curse the fella. You want to curse the driver and start hurling obscenities because the individual wants to be on their way and you are in the road. We got a lot of ignorance that placate this country. We have a lot of foolishness that seem to stick or be like a check in our society. And until we as a people decide we're done with it, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Now, this is just the beginning of many. My mouth is going to open now, people. I'm tired of individuals feeling or saying that the country's this, the country's that, and nobody's talking with valid solutions. Oh, I'm going to be giving y'all solutions. I'm going to be giving y'all solutions. And then tell me y'all don't know what could be or can't be done, or what can be done in terms of help the country move along. Anyways, my people, thanks for tuning in. One of many to come. It's going to get real. It's going to be rated red. Trust me. I'm out.